Hey there, if you're watching this video right now, then that means you're probably dealing with a teen or a tween that's becoming difficult to deal with or hard to figure out. And you likely want to put an end to that emotionally draining and seemingly endless cycle of adolescent disobedience and disconnection, so you can actually experience a deeper connection and have a more fulfilling relationship with your child. And if so, then you're in the right place. But first, do you know why teens and tweens lose trust in the people that they used to respect as authority figures, especially you, their parents, in the first place? And it comes down to something that is shockingly simple yet remains surprisingly overlooked as the source of all this typical teenage drama and angst. And it's often the reason for those unexpected outbursts or periods of silence or other reactionary episodes from your teen. So why do teens and tweens actually lose trust? Well, oftentimes it's as simple as the fact that they've stopped being able to trust themselves. And as they enter their teenage years, they become more uncertain about these new emotions or new feelings or new urges or new social situations, and especially changing bodies and hormones. And on top of all of that, they're constantly surrounded by peers who are all feeling the same basic level of misunderstanding or mistrust or discomfort within themselves and their social situations. And let's be honest, the 24/7 access to social media that today's tweens experience can do the exact opposite of helping them feel secure in their true and authentic selves. So what can you, as their parent, do to help them not only embrace their authentic self, but also build confidence and trust in your relationship? Well, that's where this book comes in handy. It outlines the 5 Faces system, which helps you quickly recognize and respond to these moments of distrust that occur with your teen and redirect those feelings into authentic exploration and genuine connection through natural conversation. Whether your teen is prone to outbursts or the silent treatment or some other authority-defying behavior that they've recently picked up on TikTok, you're probably watching this video because you want a better way to connect and relate with your teenage child. And if any of that rings true for you, then you're in the right place and this is the right book for you. Because even if you've tried other solutions that have failed in the past and even the expensive ones, the 5 Faces system gets results because it's simple to understand, easy to implement into your day-to-day conversations right away. And it can be the first step in helping you experience a more genuine, authentic connection and heartfelt, meaningful conversations that are crafted from these day-to-day moments that life gives you to build stronger bonds with your child and with your family. It's almost like magic, but it's not magic. It's just science. You see, the 5 Faces system is based on neuroscience, and neuroscience tells us how our brains work and how to work with our brains rather than against them. And neuroscience gives us the vital clues to understand how to communicate better so we can work with our teenagers and their changing brains. And how do I know this? Because I've successfully applied the 5 Faces system into my own life to the tremendous benefit of my family and for my own personal sanity. I'm Selena Hannigan, and together with my co-author and parent coach at Small Giants, Marianne Perry, we help parents of teens and tweens better understand their children so they can rediscover authentic and meaningful connections with their kids. Now, Marianne has spent most of her life studying the teachings of neuroscience through her life coaching and psychotherapy work, along with the expertise she gained as a primary school teacher for 25 years and being a mother and raising her own 6 children. And all this enormous amount of experience has taught her one thing: how to understand children. And Marianne and I believe the key to success with children is to understand their uniquenesses and their inner superpowers. And so when our sweet children turn into surly tweens, it can be downright painful to deal with the rejection or the rebellion or the silence or the deceit and the distance and disconnection or the discomfort or the frustration and the confusion and everything else that can become all too common in your reality as you raise a child through adolescence. And when there is already a ton of other stuff on your plate, like other kids or your career or your partner or anything else that life demands from you, it can be especially energetically draining and emotionally exhausting to deal with your teenager. And you probably have felt exasperated or left speechless more than once when trying to maintain a connection with your child so you can have a positive influence as a parent while giving your teen or tween the freedom they need to blossom into a capable young adult. After all, I should know because I too have experience in the trenches of raising 6 kids through the crazy, unpredictable years called adolescence. I've raised 3 of my own children and 3 stepchildren through the tweens and teens and young adults, and I'm still going through it right now. So we've put the 5 Faces system to the real life test over and over again and helped loads of other struggling parents experience the same kind of relief and connection by teaching them how to use it with their kids. Now, just to clarify, if your child actually needs medical or professional treatment or evaluation for dangerous or illegal or harmful behavior, then the 5 Faces system isn't a substitute for that licensed professional help. It can certainly help and support you, but it's not here to replace that therapy. But if your child is experiencing just the normal teenage outburst and testing your nerves and everyone's walking around on eggshells, then this book is perfect for you. So to make this book easy to understand and as simple as possible to apply, we've taken everything we teach in our programs and our coaching sessions and our other services that we offer for parents of teens and tweens to create this practical, useful first tool in your conversational toolkit. And it's written so you can read the whole thing in as little as an afternoon or in an evening, or you can read it piece by piece as you have time so that you can start actually applying the 5 Faces method right away, which means that you can put a stop to the arguing and start reconnecting with your kids. And the reason why the 5 Faces system works so well, it boils down to one word: simplicity. The 5 Faces system reveals hidden signals and signs that will help you recognize your teen's preferred connection style so you can simply redirect your teen's mistrust and anxiety as well as other powerful and oftentimes destructive emotions into constructive conversations that repair and rebuild and reconstruct the foundation of trust that you have in your relationship with your child. And you can read all about the rest of the book of the 5 Faces system on this page below. Now, I may not know you or your child or your situation specifically as you watch this video, but I know one thing for certain, and here's what I can guarantee with 100% confidence. Your kids will keep acting like adolescents no matter what, which means it's up to you to equip them with the tools they need to cope with life's evolving changes. And while most of that perspective will likely come from your own knowledge and wisdom that you already possess as a parent of teenagers, you probably already know as well that they tend to naturally reject our guidance and our influence. That is, unless you have their trust and established a quality relationship that's built on authentic, honest communication. And that's exactly why we put this book together, so that you can leverage the simplicity and effectiveness of the 5 Faces system to strengthen the bond and deepen the connection that you share with your teen or tween. Because your relationship with your child and possibly their future could potentially be at stake, and I commend you as a parent for doing the very best you can for your child. You can order your copy and start reading immediately by clicking any of the buttons on this page. Plus, there's even an audio version available through the checkout if you simply don't have the time in your busy life to sit still for even a few minutes and actually read the book. So from one parent to another, go ahead and put the 5 Phases system to work for you, your family, and for your emotional freedom, and get started today. Your teen and your future self will thank you later.